Can we, like, all collectively agree that AI should be 100% removed and kept out of all creative spaces? Like, and I mean, like, any version of it. Like, not just, like, AI videos you would see on TikTok or an AI picture of, like, a horse playing the guitar or something. Like, all of it. AI moderation, AI review, anything that is not beneficial. So if it's anything less than like auto translation, get fucking rid of it, dude. I had a video that I put out in like February 2025 that got taken down for community guidelines violation yesterday night. I appealed it, and 17 minutes later they denied my appeal. That is not enough time, especially in the middle of the night at like 1 a.m. for any real human to review it, so I know they just threw it back through the AI automatically. Why the fuck are we letting an AI tell us what morals are? You know, the thing that isn't fucking human and has never had a human experience before? Why are we letting that decide what is safe and not safe on the platform? And it's not even like this is the first time this has happened. This is the first time it's gotten a guidelines warning. I didn't get a strike, I got a warning. So I can still upload and shit, but if it happens again, I will not be allowed to upload for a week and have a strike on my channel, which is gay. I've had several other videos that I've uploaded that get age restricted months later. Spoiler alert, if it was good for 5 months, why is it all of a sudden bad? Oh, because YouTube AI is now a thing, and they're checking my shit through that. At least make it to where if you request it to be reviewed, make someone watch it, not an AI. AI's stupid. Especially because I know this has to be a bigger problem than just for me, because I'm a small YouTuber, bro. And I know this isn't my main channel, this is my second channel, but, you know, it still applies. There's so many other YouTubers out there that kind of need this. It's their job. It's their livelihood. And if they're having anywhere near the same issue I'm having, where randomly stuff's just not okay anymore, they could get out of nowhere with a video that's been on the platform safe for maybe even years, could get taken down or age restricted out of nowhere. And that's just completely fine for the people over at YouTube, which is pretty fucking stupid if you ask me. Like, AI is just not it. If it's not a human, why are we letting it have any moral influence on anything? Because not only can AI be manipulated very easily into doing things it's not supposed to do, as seen by many examples. You can find people giving examples of it on TikTok, on YouTube, of them breaking AIs, just asking questions. If I don't fit with 100% conformity to whatever politics, fucking beliefs, whatever, that the YouTube company has, my shit's never gonna do anything good, because the AI reviews are just gonna be like, oh, this is hateful, whatever. Even though there are millions upon millions of videos that are actually misinformation, actually harassment. But a video on Omegle, which it wasn't Omegle, it was Omi TV, but you know what I'm saying. A video on Omegle that came out February last year, if I remember correct, is either, yeah. And the only thing you could call harassment is we messed with a few people on there, but nothing to the point where it would be considered harassment. Because it's, everybody who's used Omegle knows you can skip people. If you don't want to be talked to, you can skip. Not to mention, for the kind of content I make, based on what happened with this video, it's not unfair to say that this will happen to all my videos, because in every video I've uploaded, there is some sort of joke that we throw back and forth between me and my friends making fun of each other. Are they going to flag that next? Where do they draw the line? When is it okay to make a joke? Whenever it's at someone they don't like? Because I'm sure there's some correlation you can find somewhere, but when shit like this happens, it makes me, like, really upset, because, you know, it's supposed to be YouTube, your platform. That's the whole thing it was started of. It was like, you get to broadcast yourself, you get to make the videos, and now it's, hey, we're super corporate, and we're gonna block you from doing half the shit you used to be able to do. It's not like I'm asking for me to be able to release a gore video of, like, a cartel beheading, which you can probably still find on YouTube somewhere, or the Nair video. Oh my god. Anything labeled educational or tutorial doesn't get flagged for anything. I mean, it's crazy how a few words, or just anything that's misunderstood as harassment, is immediately just, oh, you're evil, we're gonna take down all your shit. Luckily for me, they didn't take down all my shit. It's just been every couple months, I'll get an email from YouTube, and an old video or a new video is now age restricted. For no reason. There are so many people who make my kind of content. Just funny moments gaming content. And I know that genre, I guess, of content has always had an issue with getting age restricted, like Vanoss and all sorts of stuff. But it makes no sense. It makes no sense. If I'm not doing the equivalent of a Nikkei 30, never saying a swear word, even then it's probably not going to work. But, like, even if, like, if I'm not doing the Nikkei 30 never swear word thing, it would probably still be hard for me to do the stuff, because you don't even have to say a swear word to be considered being negative or harassing. It's so stupid. And I would have been fine if they had a real human watch it and say, yeah, here's what made it harassment, here's what did this, here's what did that. But they didn't do that. Which you would think, if you're convicted of a crime or something, they kind of have to tell you what you did. And being age restricted or being demonetized is pretty much like YouTube convicting you of a hate crime on their platform, because they can enforce it any way they want to. It's so fucking stupid, man. Just in the middle of the night last night, I'm up, I'm chilling. I got work today in like a few hours. I go to work at 5. It's 11:44. And I'm just thinking, like, where is, like, this could fuck up my entire everything on YouTube, because if they continue to do this, a video that has been safe for so long can all of a sudden randomly now be not safe for the platform, and I now have another video taken down, and that's a strike. So I feel like if the video isn't found to have any issue in the first week to a month of it being out, it should be exempt from all checks from that point forward that aren't manually reviewed human checks, which I'm not even sure they do anymore. I don't think a manual reviewer exists. I think they like to lie to us and say that there's a manual reviewer when there is not one. It's because that's so lame. Like, imagine that in kindergarten you stole a pencil from someone, and then when you were in your graduating year of college, they blocked you from graduating because you stole a pencil one time. You'd be pretty upset about that, because you already put in all the work. You already thought it was passed and all this other shit. Or even, like, being accused of something you didn't do, because I swear, bro, it doesn't matter how you say anything. Someone's going to find a negative in it, and they're going to take that and they're going to make that a reason to hate you. It's so crazy that there's so many channels that actually just thrive off of online hate and harassment and misinformation, but me who makes entertaining, funny content on YouTube for everyone to watch. I don't care who you are, how tall you are, what race, whatever. I do not care. And they're like, oh, you're evil and you're harassing people because of you said one negative thing in this video. Spoiler alert to everyone at YouTube. Bad things happen and people say bad stuff and way worse stuff than I say, for sure. And it's all over the internet. You can't go anywhere on Twitter without seeing some crazy stuff. So why are we taking my shit down for being tame? There is so much stuff I cannot put in videos. I have a limit. I will not put certain stuff in videos. I don't like doing anything that's like overwhelmingly political or even religious, even though I am a religious person. I don't bog down my content with this pushing an agenda shit because all I want to do is make an entertaining video. That's all that matters. End of the day. And if I thought something was genuinely harassment or harmful, guess what? It wouldn't be on my channel because I don't support harassment, stalking, doxing, or any of that shit. But you can go and just look up blank controversy or this is why I don't like blank, and you can find it about anybody. And that's actual hate content on YouTube that gets like no, there's no problem with it. Because I think the extent of it was there was this one kid, had to have been like 17, if I remember correct. And first thing he says to Mason on the video, because he was the one on Omi TV, he was just showing us on Discord, and we were watching. First thing he said to Mason was, "Could you beat me in a fight?" And we're pretty much in Mason's ear telling him what to say, and we're like, tell him you'll shoot him. Obviously lying. And we're just fucking with this guy. Keep in mind, Mason's like only 18, so he's like a year older in this video. And we're just messing with this guy, not literally dissing on him so crazy and doxing him or stalking him or anything. And at any moment, this guy can skip the call. So, where are we, you know, drawing the line from cyberbullying and harassment to what it actually is? Because that's what they gave me the thing for. They said cyberbullying and harassment. At what point is it not? Whenever you have control of the situation? If I'm in a Discord chat or an Xbox party or a Sony, whatever the fuck Sony uses, probably a Sony party, fucking PlayStation party, and I'm being harassed, guess what I'm gonna do, bro? One, I'm not a pussy. I'm gonna talk shit back. That's what I would do. But if it got to the point where I didn't want to be there no more, I have this shit called free will, where I can be like, you know what? Fuck this. I don't want to do this no more, and I'll just leave. Is that crazy to say? Because I don't think it is. I think it's normal. What is this? Diorite. Can you do anything with diorite, or is it just lame? That's whatever. Oh, there it is. But it's like, I think YouTube should be an open platform with very little moderation. As long as there's not genuine racism, hatred, evil going on. Which isn't happening on my channel. So, you know, like, what's going on? Why is that misplaced? I've never noticed that. It's... AI content is or AI in general is the worst thing to happen to creative spaces in the last 100 years. You know, in human history. You know, I'll argue, in human history, it is the worst shit that's ever happened. This shit is worse for everything created that is literature, video, movie, anything. Because it's taking human parts out of life that should be there. Does that make sense? Like, I don't see a reason that we need it. Yeah, it might save you a few dollars instead of having to hire a guy to do a manual review, but I think it would be 100% beneficial to just have a manual reviewer. Not just because it would be more likely that my content would be safe for the platform. They could find the actual bad shit that's just harassment and stuff, and it wouldn't pass. Because, yeah, everybody's got a bias. That's why you hire more than one, and you have them check shit, and you keep a minimal AI just to flag it. Because I don't think saying fuck or any other curse word in the first 60 seconds of a video automatically is merit to demonetize. You know, I think that's insane. That just the thought of a word you don't like being in a video is enough to get it immediately age restricted, limited ads, or demonetized, whatever you want, right? It's insane that's how that happened. Because I think that's how some of my videos I've gotten age restricted or taken down. Like, someone will say the F word too many times, and there's just words that I won't bleep, like the CUNT word. I don't bleep it because I don't think it's that bad. I'm not gonna say it on this channel because I already have a strike on the other one. You know, I'm not risking it. And with the AI moderation, it'd pick it up and then be like, whoop, 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 whoop. Evil hatred detected. Whoop, 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 obliterating channel. And then I'm gone forever. Not to mention, people can always just make new channels. I mean, we have people like... let me give an example that everybody would know, like Keemstar, who their whole job is just to fester hate for people online and say bad shit about people online. Like, why do we draw the line at me saying fuck? You know, where is that? Like, why do we do that? Why me, bro? I don't know if any of y'all have been having a similar issue or even an issue with it at all, if y'all have a channel, but keep your eyes open for it, bro. Because this shit, it is happening. It is real. And I don't like it. Not at all. That's pretty much the whole talking point of the video, so... I mean, do with it what you will. Is that a... I didn't notice he was pink. Just get AI out of everything creative. Out of movies, out of music, specifically music. Oh my god, is it terrible with music. AI music should be illegal. Or very limited, you know? Because all of it's plagiarism. I think that has been a thing for a while where people talking about how AI music is literally just plagiarism because it's taking all of its inspiration, all of its knowledge of what hip-hop is off of the internet, and whatever the fuck the internet has to say about it, and that's just what's going on. And it's even worse for content because everybody knows what Kwebbelkop's doing. I think that shit's evil. How about we leave the creative platforms to the creative species on the planet, humans, instead of a robot AI that has no soul and has never lived and has never had a life experience. Shakespeare would see this shit and just, like, faint, bro. Like, fuck y'all mean y'all got non-humans making poems and shit. This shit is lame. I'm not gonna lie and say I've never had fun using AI before. Me and my friends, when ChatGPT like became a thing in class, not only would we cheat on schoolwork with it because it made it immensely easy to just give it something, have it review it, and summarize it for me. which is another reason AI should be gone, or at least limited. We would like have it generate random shit, and it would be funny, but that doesn't mean it's a good idea for it to be as open as it is. I feel like AI should have like one spot, and that is for like math or advancements, solving shit that we couldn't figure out before. You know, pushing forward society, not Charlie Kirk Tung Tung Sahur rap remix on TikTok, or a fucking AI video of I Show Speed twerking or some shit, dude. Which I don't even think you need AI for that. I think he's just done that before. I'm not 100% sure. But it's just, it makes no sense to put it in anything creative, because AI has no morals. It sees everything pretty much through just what is the most said on the internet. If the whole internet was just a bunch of lies, the entirety of AI would be lies. And guess what the internet is full of? Spoiler alert, lies. Misinformation is everywhere, bro. Everywhere. But like, God forbid, there's a little bit of jokes at someone's expense on my video. God forbid. Like, it's just so dumb. So dumb. But it's like, bro, please just manually review the shit. You will realize that it's jokes. It's all jokes in the video, bro. It's fucking crazy. We have people all over like TikTok and shit, N-word spamming because they think that's funny, actually harassing people because they think that's funny. Hatred is the new entertainment for some people, and I've never got it, you know. Like, it can be funny, like rage baiting sometimes, but genuinely harassing someone and shitting on them to the point where that's the entire point is I'm gonna make you extremely mad. It doesn't make any sense to me how that is okay, but what I did isn't. Like, for example, Low Tier God. His entire chat is just shitting on him all the time. And that's what gets re-uploaded to YouTube. That's what's used all the time for his content on YouTube. I don't do anything remotely near that bad. Yeah, I'll rage bait and argue with my friends in a video. Like, is that so bad? They're my friends. They're consensually in the video. They're arguing back. It's for the content. Well, it's not for the content. It's for fun. Because arguing with your friends, no matter who's right or wrong, is always fun. Or, well, can be fun. Sometimes it gets a little heated. All I'm saying is, like, if you're gonna fuck my shit up, you should probably be focusing on the main issue, which is not my channel. Trust me, it is not my channel. That is the main issue on the internet right now. There's so many other bigger issues that they need to focus on. Like, I don't know, fake news. Depending on what news channel you're watching, you get a completely different story about the same thing, if you even see the same thing in the news. Now, personally, I avoid the news at all costs because I think it's been confirmed that almost all of them are lying or have some sort of agenda. So I just don't watch it ever. But yeah, man, I don't know if... Who are the AI supporters out here, bro? I genuinely want to meet somebody and talk to them who support AI. You know? Like, how do you support that shit? You're not gonna be able to convince me that it's good for anything. AI moderation is good to an extent, and then it's just useless. Getting graphic images or actually bad hate symbols or shit like that, AI could be good for that, because AI is good at pattern recognition. I think that's all that AI does, really, is just patterns. And then everything else should be up to a manual reviewer, because it's actually human. Because some things are just like objectively you can look at it and be like, okay, this is bad. Like a swastika, the Nazi guy symbol. Or, you know, I'm sure there's other hate symbols, but it has to be something that is objectively a hate symbol. Like that specific symbol that I just mentioned. It can't be like, we don't agree with this politically, so it's gonna be hate now. And that goes for both sides of the political spectrum. IMO. AI is evil. AI is the devil. AI is going to ruin YouTube if it is allowed to, which it's looking like it's going to be allowed to do so. I don't like it at all. And it doesn't look like any company is going to listen to anybody and actually do something about it. Which I think is a bigger issue than any content that's on YouTube. It's the fact that YouTube doesn't listen to its people. Which is kind of crazy, seeing as how that we make them all the money. So, do with that what you will. You would think if a bunch of people that make you all your money got together and were like, hey, this shit kind of sucks, your reaction would be like, okay, let me fix it, instead of, shit, I'm not doing anything for you because this is how I want it. Fuck how you want it, CEO. How about it's like, you make the platform better or you leave. I miss Susan already, and I don't even think I was doing YouTube when Susan was around.
Editing, crunchy. Turns out Susan was just as bad as the new guy at not... I mean, she grew the platform, but, I mean, right here, I read that shit and was immediately like, well, shit, I don't miss Susan anymore. I just know she was like a very public figure for YouTube. Because I think she went on a podcast and I was like, dude, what? The CEO's like on a podcast? Also, how the fuck do you pronounce that last name? This besides the point. I take back what I said. I don't miss Susan. We need to get Mr. Beast. We need to make Mr. Beast the CEO of YouTube. And he needs to get rid of demonetization and all AI. No, because Mr. Beast is his own AI. Put me in charge of YouTube as CEO so I can get rid of AI on YouTube.
Maybe I was. I don't know. Also, I know she did something that made her like want to resign, but that's neither here nor there. I just think not all innovation is good innovation, and the YouTube AI moderation system has many flaws. I mean, I've seen people complain about it. Like, I think there was the whole Corey X Kenshin thing that happened where he was like, YouTube is racist. I think they just have a hatred for any Funny Moments gaming content. I think they actually hate it. Because on paper, there's nothing wrong with the kind of content I make. Yeah, it's maybe some unsavory jokes, but everything has an audience, and you would think as a platform that makes money from getting eyes on stuff, you would want enough variety for every audience, but that doesn't seem to be the case at all, which doesn't make any sense, bro. Like, I haven't even eaten yet today. I've just got, I woke up, got out of bed, and immediately just started ranting on here, bro. This shit is so stupid. Hashtag get rid of AI moderation. Do people still do hashtags, bro? Or like something, dude. I've had so much shit. Even on TikTok, I've had videos where it's just immediately taken down, or not immediately, the opposite of immediately. Taken down like way later in its life cycle. Which I don't really get. That's pretty much all I got, you know. Stop wrongfully taking shit down as harassment just because you don't agree with it. We can disagree and you not be... We can both be right. Just have a different view on something, for one. 2, we could both be wrong. And 3, I'm entitled to my opinion just as much as you are entitled to yours. And how you feel about something is purely your problem. If you don't like the way I said something or have talked to someone, you might be the only person in the whole universe to feel that way. Now, that's probably not the case, but everybody's entitled to the freedom of speech that lives in America, bro. This ain't CCP evil China or something. This is America, where I live, and I feel like I'm being pretty much prosecuted for making a specific kind of content that has been on this platform forever. You go back to the very beginning, this kind of content's been on YouTube. Not as polished, not as refined, but it's been there. And it's just, now all of a sudden, they fucking hate it. That's so fucking stupid, bro. Well, that's everything. Enjoy the rest of your time. Don't let anyone tell you what you can and can't do. Believe in yourself. Believe in others. Care about others. Care about yourself. Find love. Find something that makes you happy. Do the best you can. And even if you can't do your best, just do something that you want to do. And fuck AI. Not Allen Iverson. Artificial intelligence. Allen Iverson could ball. I ain't never seen ChatGPT put up a 3-pointer. You guys have a great rest of your day. That's enough ranting from the evil sock. The evil crunchy.